I know that trans people seem like such a small population, and yet I wake up every day and hear about dead trans people. Every day, my morning begins with reading about dead trans children or dead trans women. It's constant, and I wonder if we had a place where we could really talk about this, what would be different? It is really hard to live in a world that wasn't designed for you. So every single day, I get up and I realize that legislatively, culturally, this world doesn't want me to be here. I wake up every morning and I see new bills. I see new things pass. And I see more and more trans people murdered or dying by suicide because of the world that we live in. Not because they did anything wrong, not because they're wrong, but because we live in a world that really wasn't built for trans people. I wonder what that could look like if we had pure respites for queer and trans folks everywhere. I think that people have trouble understanding pure respite because it is such a simple concept in a way. Pure respite is a place that folks can come to when they're going through a hard time. It's a place that isn't going to interrupt your life in any way. You can continue to work your job, see your friends, go to appointments, and there are people there who have been through similar things. The reality is that taking away those things that are so meaningful to folks doesn't make them better. It actually, makes it worse. At one of the times in my life where I was given an intervention, when these folks who I think really were doing their best to care about me with what they knew at that time, what they were missing and what I said to them in that moment is, if you send me to the hospital right now, I'm going to lose my job. I might actually lose my child. I might lose my apartment. All of those things could be jeopardized, and then what? In the hospital or traditional space, there's a lot of power there. If I share that I'm wanting to die with providers there, they're going to do something. What I might be looking for in that moment is connection and to really, be held in that moment. And what I will probably be met with is force. At a pure respite, people just hear that. And that's not usually what you're going to get anywhere else. So I think that there is such space that is created around trust and around care in a pure respite that really enables folks to be able to talk about whatever is going on for them, whatever they feel they can't share anywhere else or never have been able to share. People do their best healing in community, and that being said, they do their best healing within their specific community. So there are so many things that I, as a queer and trans person, am going to be more likely to share with another trans person. In other spaces, what I'm often going to experience is I'm going to be misgendered. People are going to use the wrong pronouns. People might treat me in homophobic ways. And that's really going to get in the way because now I'm having to deal with the fact that you don't even respect me, and you're not even seeing me. When your life is having experiences like this, when you know that you're being treated differently than other patients, specifically because of your identity, you're going to go into other spaces and you're going to assume that this is how you're always going to be treated. So if I walk into a space where no one else is trans, I'm probably going to assume that the folks there do not understand my life, they do not understand my identity, and as kind as they may be, in my mind, I'm always sort of like waiting or wondering when it is that they are going to treat me badly. And so if I go into a space where I see other people who share my identity, that goes away. I think that people thinking that they already have this solution, which is the traditional system, it is killing us. It's super controversial, but I think of every trans suicide as a murder. I think that putting marginalized folks really at the forefront and really considering what it is that we need is really recognizing that we already know what we need. And that's why we're asking for it.